Hello there, welcome back to Congo. We are currently at war with Mali. A war that's not really going too great here. Mali has a great amount of forces. Hausa and Songhai, on the other hand, didn't really join up their armies with mine. And currently, I'm pretty sure we will suffer potentially quite a bit from that. But we'll have to see. We might actually end up losing this. I think I'm actually going to try and simply take the white piece here, and the reason is simple. It's better than trying to take something that I can't actually guarantee that I will be getting. I was saying, I believe last time, that I think I can win this, but as I said, investing into trying to take some of the Mali provinces here aren't really that big of a... it's not really that big of a goal. Of course, if Spain now goes into Mali, I'll probably regret this with, well, all my heart, but hopefully I can pull something off here. Of course, the fact now that I've turned Protestant means that I won't have any allies, more or less anywhere, so I kind of need to colonize. Spain could be an issue, but what I'm hoping is that the colonial wars, the potential colonial wars, will mean that Spain and France will be more worried about each other than me, and also the fact that the British has a province here could potentially lead into a, well, clusterfuck of war in this area, so that is kind of what I'm betting on. So I think we'll just go one piece here and try and, once again, get those colonies up and running and make something work here rather than sacrificing a lot for virtually nothing. I believe that is a better plan, at least from the way that I see it. So I'll just get my troops back into a good position here. And I guess, once again, I kind of hate the fact that they just go through the provinces which actually has natives. I wish there was a way to tell them to no, don't do that, but apparently there isn't, so not really much I can do about that. For now, however, I think we'll just keep on trying to tech up, trying to get everything to work here. I might go ahead and reduce inflation. No, I will go ahead here and reduce the inflation back to better terms. It will help my income a little bit, but other than that, not really much to say. We'll keep on with colonization. We'll try to get the second colonist here, so we can have 3 or 4 colonies running. Once we get to that point, things will basically just snowball, and we'll start growing. I also think I'll start focusing a little bit more on the admin tech scale of things. I kind of need to get to level 7 here, and we'll probably actually take religious group there in order to boost our, well, missionaries a little bit. Right now, we have some problems here with things that we can't really convert, and also we'll have that problem once we actually annex the vassals. So... there's a lot of small things that could be annoying, but we'll see how it plays out. Should be interesting to see. We have gotten Viceroys, the 5th exploration idea. With that, we get an increase in global tariffs by 20%. That won't really matter too much. I'm pretty sure well, I probably should focus on something else here. We must help. It's better than losing 1,000 population, and a colony that we've invested a lot of time and effort in. And we also have some peasant rebels in Congo itself, or the province Congo, which is also not the best. The fact that my army is replenishing means that it is also getting more expensive, but I guess we'll just agree to whatever terms the, well, Congolese peasants have. And hopefully, yeah, I'm also very tempted to start considering actually annexing Songhai once I secure the coast here, and potentially here. I have no idea how if we'll go for the Isle here. I probably will. Also, another thing that needs to be worried about, or another thing that is worrisome, Great Britain has actually colonized St. Helena. And I'm pretty sure that I actually need that one. Let's see here. Yeah, I actually need that one. So, but this is also bad in a whole nother spectre. And that spectre is basically the fact that now they'll most likely start colonizing Southern Africa. And that, of course, will be difficult, or troublesome at least. I can probably fight them. They don't really have any allies, but the problem is they're still far ahead of me in military attack. Once I catch up to them, I'll probably fight them, start taking some colonies, and otherwise just try and keep them out here. We have Spanish colonies. We basically have a ton of trouble ahead of us. So I definitely need to tech up and hopefully be able to challenge these guys very soon. The fact, it seems like they don't really have any problems with colonizing themselves, and that is, of course, a big issue. Emperors enacted an imperial reform, Gemeneger Perfenig, which basically means that the Holy Roman Empire is also getting closer to being formed, which also is not good. We'll see how it plays out. Black news. Black news indeed. We have a new king. Sebastio, 433. This will actually help quite a lot on, first of all, catching up to everybody. That is very very important to do. And of course, the fact now that we have a fairly alright king will definitely speed this up. We have a fairly good amount of catch in all tags, so all categories. So hopefully now we can make something work there. But as I said, the fact that Spain is colonizing down here and Great Britain too will definitely be troublesome. And of course, that heir doesn't really help. Yoza 0-1. That is horrible. If he takes the throne, I'm probably screwed. So hopefully it'll die before reaching the throne. We'll see what happens. Admin Tech 5 has been reached, Constable and Temples. I can now build both buildings, which is not really that good. I decided to start the annexation of Songhai, and the plan is basically that we'll go or colonize from Songhai up to Morocco, and then basically start fighting for Northern Africa. I'm pretty sure that we have what we need to do that, so it shouldn't be an issue. But other than that, I'm a little bit unsure what I want to do. The fact that they've started colonizing is definitely going to be troublesome. And Austria is still a Roman Empire, not really that surprising. I've also lost another stability to the military force limits versus morale event, which is annoying as hell too. But right now we are at least making money, which is very, very important. This means that I can most likely set up a third colony once we get as far. I can also start converting Anzico here. So I think we'll do that. And do I want to move my troops down here? Probably. No, it should be fine. I might move troops down there later, but for now, just leave them where they are. So we don't really have any big revolt issues right now. We have high legitimacy, which is really the reason why. So I might have to try and focus a little bit more on keeping my legitimacy high, but we'll see how it goes. Military Tech 9 has been reached, the Star Fort. I can now use Galilees and build a Star Fort. Not really that interesting, but at least I'm starting to catch up in tech, which is important. I'll have to see if I'll do some... I probably might actually end up taking defensive as my third idea, or I might wait until we get to Modern Theocracy, level 10. I'm very unsure here, but I'm really tempted to just take defensive here for the morale boost, and then take religious after that. That should probably be enough to... first of all, if I take the admin ideas first, then I'll be probably lacking a little bit in admin tech. So I think we'll take defensive idea, and then we'll take the religious ideas to just help with conversions. But for now, we'll just stick with what we do. Colonizing, not really do much else. Vida is almost done, which is great here. We'll probably actually up the military maintenance and try and keep the people in Ivory Coast under control while we colonize. I think that should actually be a fairly alright bet. By doing that, I will be getting a little bit of extra manpower, a little bit of extra base tax, so I think it's not too much of a problem. And also I get the global settlement increase for 5 years, which is also great. As long as I can keep these events coming, I'm pretty sure that we can grow fairly fast and, well, get ourselves into a fairly good position. So, let's see, can we beat the formalized scales, weights, and measures? I think we'll take that one. I will not be taking this one. Stability cost is high as it is, and we need to catch up on tech. So yeah, I'll keep them here to keep control over the natives, and we'll do the colonizing here. I might have to kill off half or one province or two, and the reason for that is actually fairly simple. I don't think the army is big enough to keep control over 2 provinces, but we'll see. There we go, we've gotten 3 colonies, which is the 6th colony idea, and with that we now have an extra colonies, which will be great. We also get an advancing Congo ideas, election of many Congos, which gives me an, well, pretty useless bonus, increased chance of new heir plus 25%. I wouldn't like that, but the next one will definitely be great here. Imported European weaponry, that will definitely help the military tech. So I think the next idea set will be defensive, because the simple fact that tech will be cheaper, and as such I'll probably end up wasting potentially some military power. And let's face it, I don't really want to do that. So, let us try and split this one in half, and we'll try to march into Grain Coast. But I have no idea if we can actually hold it, which is going to be a little bit of a troublesome hit. But yeah, we managed to actually take that. Economy-wise, it might be a terrible idea to set up 3 colonies, but I'll have to see. I might make it work, I might not, but The goal is, of course, to make it work one way or another. And once the reinforcement is actually back, it seems like it won't be too much of a problem. We'll see how it plays out. Admin Tech 6 has been reached, a 3-field rotation. With that, we get an increase in production efficiency by 10%, and I can now build a farm estate, which is important. I actually stopped the annexation of Songhai here, didn't really think it through. Stopped and then restarted, which is kind of bad. The fact that Spain also has a lot, starting to get quite a bit of colonies here is also bad. But also the fact that they do have a fairly good gain a year here is very much it's very much something that I need to be wary about. I should probably start trying to colonize around here, but getting a border with Spain now is probably, or getting a second border, so to speak, is probably not a good idea. I might get screwed. I'm also pretty sure, I'm not sure if I can actually get any Protestant allies, but as you can see here, even Austria is actually Protestant, which is a little bit interesting to note. So going after actually trying to some extent, ally either Austria or Great Britain is actually, well, I think, a potentially good move. I've also colonized Nupe here in an effort to connect the lands when I actually annex Songhai. And other than that, we are, well, working well now with 3 colonies. We're making a little bit of a profit. And as such, I'm very tempted here to, well, increase my army. We're going to do a little bit more conversions and all that. So things are definitely going a good way here. Of course, the problem will be wars. There will be a lot of them. I think we're going after Morocco and Algiers, Tunisia, Tripoli, before anyone else. It's probably going to be better than doing, well, something a little bit more stupider. We're probably going to try and vassalize both Tunisia and Tripoli. I might actually try and make, well, Morocco and Algiers like me in order to actually walk over to these guys. But I think what I'll actually do here is take Figured and Lagvat and, well, basically use that to my advantage. I might actually try and cut down Algiers in size and then vassalize them. As I said here, there's a lot of potential possibilities. I could potentially also try to, once again, feed these provinces back to Morocco if I vassalize them. So there's a lot of potential, but I have no idea how I would actually pull it off. We'll simply have to wait and see. When it comes to troops right now, I'm definitely far behind. Russia has formed, France has 100,000, Ottomans in third, and then we have Spain with a lot. And Portugal also, and those two are allied. If I want to fight them, I need to be able to take care of 100,000 men. Right now, I can't even take care of, well, a fourth of that, I think, which is horrible. I need to annex House of Cannonball and Songhai, and I need to build some other stuff before I can actually, well, make something work here. Do I want to take Global Empire? Do I want to focus on diplomatic tech? I think we'll take Global Empire. And also, Netherlands declare independence. Well, that's a weird Netherlands, but I think France will kick their asses. Global Empire, naval force limits modifier plus 25%, which means I can big fleet, and also we now have a permanent casus belli against pagans. We can also, or we're getting close to import of European weaponry, but before we do that, we'll go ahead and take military tech 10 here, the writer. When the value of my units have been increased by 25%, I can now use Condada, Landsknechten, Reformed Galilee, Culverin, Pedrero, and Svasa Writer, so it's a major upgrade to basically here everything. And I guess we'll go with Landsknecht then. Wait a minute, what did I have before? I had Galilees. They still lost their morale, which is bad. Yeah, I think we'll just go with Landsknecht and then we'll upgrade later. I didn't think of the fact that these guys are actually protecting a the area here, so I was kind of stupid here in upgrading everything. So hopefully they won't crash and burn due to the morale problem. It's kind of a bad bet though, but we'll take a military idea, defensive, I think, next, and then we'll go with probably an administrative one. We'll see how it plays out. Admin Tech 7 has been reached the Noble Republic, and with that, I now have the choice what I want to do here. I think we'll still go for the defensive ideas, and we'll take Battlefield Commissions and Military Drill, which will also make military tech cheaper, so all in all, it's probably for the best. I might go religious ideas, I might go something else. Right now, we don't really have too many problems with conversions. I'll probably get something to fix the little I'm missing Kongo later, so it's not too big of a problem per se. I might go for something else in religious, I think. We also have, well, we don't really have any monetary issues. I set up another 4K army here for when we start colonizing something else. Next over colonization will probably be Sierra Leone, the little island here, and these two. Spain is inching closer to me, though, which kind of makes me want to colonize these three here, because they're high tax. and they're close. So I think I'll actually do that instead. We'll probably go for these 3 next. It would be bad if Spain cuts me off here, but I kind of doubt that happening. We'll simply have to wait and see how it goes. So that is my plan. If it works out or not is, once again, an entirely different story, issue, whatever you want to call it. So we'll see how it plays out. But that is unfortunately all we had time for this episode. We only did some colonization, really. Nothing much. Shanghai is getting close to its annexation, which is also good. The problem, of course, will be that there'll be some stuff to convert. I'm kind of surprised, though, still, that the religious unit is at 59%. It definitely goes on base tax. That is what I've figured out so far. Tax base 7250. There's Oyo here, 3. Kongo, 15, I believe. No, 11, 14 then. And the last one was Benin. 20. So yeah, it has to actually go on base tax, which kind of pisses me off. But by colonizing high base tax provinces, then we should be able to bring that up. So these 3 are definitely my next targets. It'll also bring a lot of necessary income too. So we'll continue the colonization next episode. And with that, we're done with this one. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like really. And hopefully, I'll see you next time. Bye.